How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to On The Ball, another episode of Premier League predictions where the scores between me and Sim are 69 to Sim, 82 to myself. 5 points for a completely correct scoreline, 1 point for a correct result. Star man, once you pick that man, you cannot pick them again for the rest of the season. 5 points for a goal, 2 points for an assist. Sim was creeping all his way back up, nearly level, and now he's lost that gap once again. But let's see what happens this week. Starting off with Brighton against Leeds. Sim's gone for 3-1. I've gone for 2-1. There's actually a lot of hard games to call this weekend, to be fair. But in terms of Brighton Leeds, explain yourself.
Yeah, I just think Brighton lost their last 2 games. They should have done better against Arsenal. I know they had lots of chances, but the team Arsenal put out, you expect them to at least score a goal, or they'll be disappointed with that. The loss obviously gave United a very good win the week before, but again, they were in that game for a lot of it. I think Leeds away from home are not the same as they are at home, and I think Brighton need a good win to get them back on track, and I think they'll get it. So I've gone for a 3-1 win here. Yeah,
you never really know what you're going to get with Brighton. That's the honest truth. It'd be a bit like the Gattuso. Sometimes maybe you're shit, sometimes maybe good. But
unbeaten at home.
Yeah, they are unbeaten at home, and you're 100% what you're saying about Leeds. On the road, they've been pretty poor this season. So, yeah, I do expect Brighton to win, but I just anticipate it to be a bit of a closer game than maybe what some people anticipate. So, yeah, I've gone for 2-1 to Brighton.
Some people being me.
Yeah. And probably other people as well out there. Burnley, Arsenal. Sim's gone for 3-0. I've gone for 2-0. I expect Burnley to sit 11 men behind the ball, park the bus, and try and frustrate Arsenal. It's at those times, maybe sometimes Arsenal do struggle to create some stuff, but they've always got the set pieces in the back pocket. And I think it's going to be a carbon copy of most games. Break the deadlock with a set piece, get another one, and they'll win the game 2-0.
Yeah, Burnley on a bit of a roll, though. 2 wins on the bounce. So they're coming into this in confident mood. Remember...
So you've gone for them to lose 3-0.
Yeah, I know. But they also took Liverpool to the wire, didn't they? I know Liverpool aren't exactly a great barometer at the moment, but I think it took them till on the 97th minute to win that game. So they do have it in them to hold it tight, but Arsenal are just too strong. I think it's not just defensively, I think physically they can bully you. They're good, they can open you up, they can score from a set piece, and I can't see Burnley holding strong, and I can't really see Burnley scoring here. I'd be surprised if they had a shot on target.
Yeah.
So 3-0.
Yeah, a lot better teams have struggled to get a shot on target against Arsenal. That's the honest truth. Crystal Palace against Brentford. We've both gone for 2-1 to Palace. Palace doing well at the moment.
Yeah,
so Brentford.
Yeah, both of them. It's 10th versus 11th at the moment. Is it? Is that the right? Yeah. Brentford won 3 of the last 4, so they're in good form. Obviously beating Liverpool last week, but Palace provided different threat. Also, they'd rested a few players in midweek, so Mateta's going to be fresh for this one. And I think Guehi was rested. They've rested a few players, albeit played against a very weak Liverpool side. Brentford as well played midweek and ended up winning 5-0. But
they rested a lot of players as well, no?
I think Brentford. So, but I can see it's a home game at Selhurst Park. I can see it being very close. Both teams maybe scoring from set pieces, but I think Palace just having that quality edge in a very tight game.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the way both these teams set up kind of might counteract each other and might make it a bit of a chess match. But I just feel like the same as you, I just feel Palace do have that better quality to be able to break down Brentford. Where I look at the Brentford attack, they kind of probably need transitions a bit more than the Palace team, albeit the Palace team also thrive under that situation. So both of them thrive in the transition. I don't think there's going to be much transition opportunities this game, so I think it will rely on kind of individual quality, and I think Palace have more of it. So I've gone for 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Fulham against Wolves. Again, we've gone for the same scoreline, 1-0 to Fulham. Again, another game down at the bottom, which is vitally important for Wolves. Fulham... you wouldn't expect them to be where they are right now. They're 17th in the league.
4 losses in a row.
So I think Marco Silva's going to drum it into them. They can't. This has to be a win, albeit I just can't see where this next win's coming from Wolves. And a few weeks ago I was saying, look at these games: Sunderland, Burnley, Fulham, all in a row. They've got to pick up some wins. They lost to Sunderland. They lost to Burnley. Burnley being at home. It just seems to be a really bad situation there, with everyone arguing, the manager going over to the fans and all this kind of stuff. It just seems like a toxic situation. It's definitely on the horizon for Wolves. So I think it's just going to be back-to-back losses for Wolves until the manager goes now, to be honest. So yeah. I've gone for an edged out victory for Fulham.
Yeah, same here. And I think Fulham always hard to play against at home as well. At Craven Cottage, always give a good account of themselves, and they're always difficult to score against and play against. So I think Wolves going to Craven Cottage, it's going to be very difficult for them, even when they're at their best, and then certainly not at their best right now. So I've gone for Fulham to edge it. They're not playing very well at the moment, but it's just very toxic, as you say, Wolves at the moment. So 1-0 Fulham.
Next up, what have we got? Forest against Manchester United. Sim has gone for the 4th win in a row for Man United. He's gone for a 2-1 win.
And United strand a game closer from cutting his hair. I've gone for it to be a decider next week against Spurs. I think Mbeumo and Cunha are really firing at the moment on all cylinders. They've really got their act together. And I think that could just make the difference, because we know Sean Dyche, he is obviously a pragmatic manager. I don't see him necessarily being pragmatic in this game, because we know at home, when he feels like he's got a chance when he can go for it a bit. I feel like, I'm not saying I'm going to be open there. He's obviously trying to get that solidity back into Forest, which obviously under Ange had disappeared. And I think, but at home to United, I think they're going to obviously not just sit back. They're going to try and obviously win the game being at home. But I think United might be able to catch them out while they're in between things. And I think the clinical edge of Mbeumo and Cunha in their current form might make the difference here. So I see a fairly tight game, but I think that quality just edging out with Mbeumo and Cunha both scoring. So 2-1.
Yeah, I see it a bit differently, to be honest. I've gone for 1-1. I think Sean Dyche is going to go very pragmatic in this game. I think he's going to want to stop the rot, which is has been Nottingham Forest form for quite some time now, all season pretty much. I think he's looking at Manchester United, 3 back-to-back wins, and their forwards on firing form in Cunha and Mbeumo, like you said. So I think he's going to, really do his best to stick everyone behind the ball, frustrate Manchester United as much as they can, and I think he might come out with a draw in this one. So I've gone for 1-1. Next up is a London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham against Chelsea. Sim has gone for 1-1. I've gone for a 1-0 win to Tottenham. And yeah, I've just got a feeling that Frank has got a plan for Chelsea. I think Chelsea are going to come at Tottenham. I think Spurs might have the ability to pick them off. I think it's going to be an incredibly tight game, won by the odd goal. And I think Spurs are going to get it. And I think maybe from a set piece or something. But we just need a win at home. And I think this will be a significant one.
Yeah, I've gone for 1-1. I think we're still not quite clicking in the final third, so I don't know whether we're good enough to create loads and loads of chances in this game. So we might have to kind of make use of what we do create. And I do see us scoring, but are we going to keep a clean sheet against a Chelsea side with a lot of quality in their team as well? And they've also scored, especially at the beginning of the season, they were scoring a lot from set pieces. So I think it's going to be a very tight game with very fine margins, and I've just gone for both of them teams to share the spoils here.
Liverpool against Villa. Both of us gone for the same scoreline here in 2-2. Desmond, don't back Liverpool to get a win.
Well, Villa are just in good form at the moment. They just beat City as well, beat Spurs at the Tottenham Stadium. So they're coming into it in very confident mood, and they can be quite a big game team, Villa. They kind of step up in these moments, I feel. I also feel the way Liverpool play could suit them as well, because they like to play in transitions with a lot of space, and with Watkins, Rodgers, these kind of players, I think could suit them. But are Liverpool really going to lose another game? They are.
We say that every week.
I know, it's so true. But obviously they rested their whole team in midweek, so they should be really fired up for this one. And they are creating chances, whatever you want to say about them week to week. They are still creating a lot of chances. It's surely about time some of them regularly start going in. So I went for 2-2. I think Liverpool are still going to be open, but I've just gone for them to eke out a draw here, 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, look, both of these sides are on the opposite end spectrums of confidence at the moment. Villa probably at their peak confidence level so far this season. Liverpool are absolute rock bottom. Arne Slot looks like a man under pressure. And I feel that the Liverpool fans are just going to get behind the team at Anfield. I think it could give the team a bit of a lift. They just need something. They need something. And I think if they go 1-0 up, I think it could turn out to be not even if they go 1-0. I think this game could turn out to be a bit of a basketball match where it's just chances at either end. And I don't know if Liverpool got enough confidence to see the game through, to be honest. So I've gone for 2-2. West Ham against Newcastle. again. We've gone for the same scoreline, 2-0 to Newcastle. West Ham just look like a team ready to lose, waiting to lose at the start of every single game, and I think this one is no different. Newcastle have been dreadful on the road so far this season, but I think this will be their first away win of the season against the West Ham side, who every game that they lose, the scoreline flatters them.
Yeah, and I know Newcastle still haven't scored away from home yet. Is that right?
No, they scored last time out, I think.
They scored last time out. They scored 1 goal away from home this season, so it's not like they've been playing very well, but I think West Ham's the perfect kind of opponent for them. Also think in this kind of game where it's kind of tight, West Ham defending a lot and being pragmatic, I think Newcastle's physicality comes into play here, and I think they could really just dominate. And I think what Newcastle are really good at is energy, intensity and physicality, and those are exactly what West Ham struggle with, the right kind of attributes.
So rested a lot of players midweek as well.
Newcastle, yeah, and I think that midfield is going to be an unbelievable mismatch. So I've gone for a very comfortable 2-0 to Newcastle.
Could be more, to be fair. Man City, Bournemouth. Sim's gone for 2-2. So gone for Liverpool and Man City to drop points.
Yeah, not good in the title race, but I have gone for it because I just think City aren't defending that well at the moment. Bournemouth are very hard to beat. They're scoring goals. They're playing great football. I think they force a lot of chaos in a game like this where City will try and control things with possession and they'll try and play their possession-based game. I think Bournemouth are going to just throw chaos into the wind here, and they've recruited so well over the summer. I've been so impressed with all their signings, to be honest. Truffet, the Jimenez, they've done so. Krupi is guys now scoring goals. They've just done a great job from a recruitment standpoint, and I think they're going to be very hard to beat in this game. City, obviously, they did get the win in midweek in the end. Haaland got a rest, so I do think their firepower is still
he missed
there.
out through a knock, Haaland.
Well, if that's just true, that's worrying. So hopefully he's going to be fit. Otherwise, then Bournemouth might win this game. But I've gone for a very open 2-2 draw here.
Yeah, I think it will be an open game. I just think Man City at home usually get the business done against the Bournemouth side, who are just, in fantastic form this season. But I think that Man City are just going to get the job done. If this was at Vitality, I probably would have gone for a Bournemouth win, but I think Man City got enough quality to get the job done, and they need to stay there or thereabouts in the title race, because they know if they could keep dropping points, it's just going to be an insurmountable lead. So I think they're going to fight tooth and nail to win the game, and I think they will. Last but not least, Sunderland against Everton, Monday Night Football. Again, we've gone for the same scoreline here in 2-1 to Sunderland. We're both backing Sunderland's good run to keep going, and this time at the hands of Everton. Everton have had a fairly decent start to the season, but they are letting it slip a bit in recent weeks. I think this will be a really interesting game of football, to be honest, but just because Sunderland are at home and they are really good at the Stadium of Light, and Granit Xhaka has been a revelation for them in the middle. Isidore looks really good, and on the back of going to Stamford Bridge and taking 3 points, I think they'll take a lot of confidence into this game and go and win the game.
Yeah, and I think Everton, the way they set up away from home isn't quite working at the moment. They've had some really poor results away from home, and they've struggled to really impact games with the quality that they have. They don't really do it away from home. Sunderland, they've got like this kind of newly promoted side exuberance behind them, backed by the Stadium of Light, which is obviously a massive ground. Obviously, this is a club that were in the Premier League for many, many years, and they are a big club in their own right, and they're really showing the power of their home stadium. They've got a good team. They've recruited so well. So I think at home, with a crowd behind them, being the 12th man, with the way they're playing at the moment, I think Everton will be delighted with the draw in this game, but I think Sunderland are going to win 2-1.
All right, star men. Sim has gone for Mateta of Crystal Palace, obviously in firing form right now.
Home to Brentford, and gone for him to make an impact. And he got rested in midweek as well. So
he came on, didn't he, Mateta?
I didn't watch the game, but I think he did, yeah.
I've gone for Anthony Gordon, another player who got rested midweek. Hasn't got a goal contribution yet to his name this season.
Really? Not at all?
I don't think so.
Wow.
So away to West Ham, I fully expect that to change this weekend. So I picked Voltmader already. If I didn't, I probably would have picked him this weekend. But yeah, Anthony Gordon, I think it's time. I think it's time this weekend. So I think he's going to put the hammer the hammers, let's say that. So I've gone for Gordon. Sim's gone for Mateta. Let us know your predictions in the comment section below, and we'll see you after the weekend to review all the action. See you later, guys.